Hello everyone, I just wanted to make a follow-up video to a video I made about a few weeks ago or a month ago. It was about Star Wars Battlefront. I believe it was before the beta came out, so I hadn't played the beta yet. It was about what I think the game should be and what it shouldn't be and how it should launch, and just things they should get right with the launch, which maybe I'll explain later if they got it right or not. But this is just a follow-up to that video. Just a few things before I start with my opinions, my truthful opinions later on. Recording with my Star Wars headphones, and I'm using the mic on it, so if anything sound is drowned out or like anything in the background is loud, I have my heater on. Maybe because of this mic, I'm not sure. Number two, I did not make a script for this video. I did not study a script or anything for this video, so I may jump from one thing to another. Not everything is off the top of my head. I've had these ideas floating around in my mind for a while, for about the past week, ever since I got this game. So on with the review / opinions on it. Picked up the game a week ago, the day it came out. Here it is. I got the Walmart one, the Walmart exclusive edition, because you get like this cool little top right here, these trading discs. So I bought it because of that, pretty much. Got it day one. Didn't pre-order. I am against pre-ordering games. I just buy them day one instead. So I'm just going to give you my opinion, sorry about that, of what I think about the game. So far I've had fun with it. I am not bad by it. I know what I'm about to say. I know people are going to comment or try to think or say, "Oh, you're just bad at it." Ooh. Check my Star Wars. I almost said battle log there. You almost can't check it. I don't think you can check my stats. My stats right now are sitting at a 1.57 kill death ratio and a 60 plus win loss ratio. So my stats are actually really good. I would like them to be better, but they're really good. So I just wanted to get that out of the way. I don't suck at this game. I'm just going to explain something here. This game is extremely casual. I usually don't think casual video games are a bad thing. Sometimes casual video games aren't a bad thing. This game is too casual. This game is very casual. I know it's Star Wars, so it has to appeal to a lot of people, right? It's Star Wars. It's basically the biggest thing on the planet right now, right? It's one of the biggest franchises on the earth. So there's this massive fan base, this massive audience that has to appeal to this game, that has to want to play this game and enjoy it. But in the process of doing that, they made the game too casual, to the point where anyone could pick up that Xbox 360, not Xbox One, I mean, or PlayStation 4 controller, or get on their PC and play the game and do just as well as people who have been playing first-person shooters for years and years and years and are very skilled and know how to play first-person shooters properly and tactically and with a skillful mindset intact, with a certain goal intact, with certain strategies they have when they go in and play that game. So really, if you're anyone and you play this game for a few hours, you know, you dedicate yourself for it for about a day, you can get the basics of it and do just as good as someone who's been playing first-person shooters for all their life. You can do just as good as them. I do not believe in that. I believe you should be able to enjoy the game and play the game and get some kills and stuff there, but I do not believe you should be topping the leaderboard with the rest of the skilled players. I do not believe you should be reaching the top unless you're one of those skilled tactical players. Unless you're one of those first-person shooter purists. I do not believe you should be a casual and getting up to the top of the leaderboard with everyone else. I think it's bullshit. You should not be. It's mind-boggling. You can make a casual game that anyone can play and anyone could have fun with. I'm actually going to go in the defense of Call of Duty. You guys know I hate Call of Duty. there is a skill gap. It's not the biggest skill gap in the world. It's almost kind of irrelevant, but there is a skill gap. You can tell skilled players from casual players in Call of Duty. In this game, you cannot. You can go on that battlefield and you know the person that's killing you is a casual scrub who hasn't played a first-person shooter game in, 5 years? Or maybe not in his entire life. Maybe he just picked up this game because he's a Star Wars fan and he's kicking your ass. That should absolutely not be the case. That is absolutely ridiculous. I'm for casuals being able to play a game and enjoy it. Do I think they should be doing as good as skilled players? No. And I know it's like integrated into the game. Like everything is too casual and too easy and too shallow. I'll get to that in a second. To the point where casual players, there is no skill gap. Skill gap does not exist in this game. In Call of Duty, there is a skill gap. Well, it's very minor and irrelevant. There is a skill gap there. And I would prefer that kind of skill gap rather than no skill gap. So, and in the process of doing this, they've made gameplay that is very shallow, very boring, and after the first few weeks, after a month or so, you're going to get tired of it. You're going to get tired of running around as an infantry, doing the same thing over and over and over. Shallow gameplay, not interesting, boring, no variety. The same thing. In the process of making this game to appeal to everyone and trying to make casual players do as good as skilled players, they have made the gameplay shallow and they have made it unvariety-like. I don't know what opposite of variety is, so I'm just going to say that. And they made it... in a month or so, 2 months, this is going to be interesting because it's going to be the same thing over and over unless you're just going to get in an AT-AT or an AT-ST and just wreck some scrubs. Because that's really the funnest parts I've had out of doing this whole thing is just wrecking people. And that's probably why I'm still playing it, is because I could really kick ass at this game. That's probably why I have not given up on this game, is because it's easy to go 41-0, 50-0, 100-0, whatever. Which in other games, that's extraordinary. In this game, it's extraordinary too. I digress there, but it... And the spawns. Let me tell you about the spawns. The spawns are... I feel like I should... Before I get to that, let me get to the good things about the game. I feel like I just crapped on it a lot. And there is credit to be due with this game. There is a lot of credit to be due with this game. And what I'm about to say is completely honest. I'm not just trying to give them credit for just to give them credit so I don't sound like a ranting idiot who just likes to shit on everything. This game... greatest graphics of all time. Greatest graphics in any game ever to be published. The attention to detail, just everything. This, I've never seen a game before. This game captures Star Wars. You know, the game, say what you want about the gameplay. You want a Star Wars experience, you want to feel immersed in it, the attention to detail, everything. This is the game you want to buy. You want to feel immersed in it, you want to feel like a kid. The sound, the graphics, the little Easter eggs, the attention to detail that they have put into this game. Whether it be Jawas running in to little caves so they don't get hit by AT-ST fire, or Wampas walking around the snowy dunes of Hoth. The attention to detail, the graphics, it's so amazing. The sound design, it sounds and feels like Star Wars. Like Star Wars. It's great. That's great. They need to work on the gameplay though. The spawns are... And while this... The graphics, the sound design, the attention to detail, just everything aesthetically is fantastic. They've captured it. This is Star Wars. The gameplay is very lacking. And this isn't a movie. This is a game. This is a game I'm going to want to play. My thoughts on this game before it came out were that I don't know if this will be my main game. My thoughts were that I was going to replace this game with Battlefield 4. Battlefield 4 was my main game that I played all the time, and maybe a little bit of Titanfall too. Those were the games I played all the time. Those were my main games that when I got on my Xbox and signed in, that was the game I was most likely to play. That's what I thought with this game. I don't know about that. I do not know. I think I might just be going back to Battlefield in this. I'll be playing a few hours of this a week. So, back to the spawns. Spawns are some of the worst in any game I've ever played, ever. And when this is only a multiplayer, only focused title, and it's a PvP title game, you would think in DICE's illustrious career that they would have fixed this. The spawns, worst any game ever of all time. Yes. Even there's been times where I felt bad that I like killed someone. Not even just the spawns. Like someone will spawn in front of me and I'll kill him, or I'll kill someone for some bullshit reason, and I'll just think I shouldn't have killed him. I should not have killed him. I feel bad that I killed him, because the gameplay in this game, it needs tweaking, it needs fixing, and I killed him. And I feel bad about myself because I killed him for a bullshit reason. That's how I feel about this sometimes when I kill someone. And I could call it, I know it sometimes. I know that I killed that guy and it was a bullshit reason. And I know on the other side he might be getting mad because he knows the reason he just died was bullshit. And I know the reason that I just killed him was bullshit. And what else, man? The gunplay is lacking. The guns, there's not too much variety. You could tell it's very casual. When you shoot from the hip and when you aimed outside, in most first-person shooter games, I actually haven't played a first-person shooter game, that when you aim down the sights, it doesn't get more accurate. You shoot from the hip in this game, you shoot from, while you aim down sights, it doesn't make a difference. It doesn't. It doesn't make a difference in the spread, the accuracy, the stability. It does not make a difference. That's just a show of how casual, too casual, this game is. You can't pull off proper flanks. There's all these things. Grenade spam. You can carry around 2 grenades, 2 infinite grenades. And the cooldown time on it is absolutely ridiculous. So you just spam grenades the whole time. It makes corridor gameplay the worst, especially when you're playing on Hoth. And all there is a bunch of corridors, and you're getting spammed with grenades, and you can't move from them because you're in a corridor, and it's right there, it's about to blow up, and you die. And then there's the homing missile, where you can lock onto infantry, and it's so hard to move away from it, but it kills you. 100% damage, it kills you. It locks onto you, it follows you, it tracks you, you're dead. I haven't seen like anything like that in a first-person shooter, where you can lock onto infantry and the rocket will track you and do complete damage to you and kill you. That's crazy. Like, maybe I can understand an infantry locking weapon that does 50 damage, 25 damage, 75 damage, but it kills you. It hits you, you are dead. If anyone is around you, they're probably going to die too, so you're screwed. There's just so many things to get into. I'm going to make a part 2 of this video. Expect that soon. I'm going to play some more Battlefront, and I'm going to find some other things to pick apart. I know there's a ton of other things I can pick apart from this. My overall thoughts of the game: you want Star Wars? You got it in this game. You want good gameplay? You don't got it yet. You don't got it yet. They got to fix it, son. They got to fix it. Like what they did with Battlefield 4. Like DICE did. Like DICE did with Battlefield 4. I believe they could do it. I believe they could fix this game in a few months, and it will be great. Just how I think Battlefield 4, when it first launched, it wasn't that good. Now when I play, it's one of the greatest first-person shooters I have played in my entire life, and that is a fact. When Battlefield 4 first launched, it wasn't that good. Now it is one of the greatest first-person shooter games I have ever played. They need to do that with this game. They can do this with this game. I know they can. They just need to fix some things and work on some things. I really don't like giving numbers. You like using numbers as a final decision. 5.8 out of 10 is what I'll get the game. That can go up in a few months. And I know there are going to be some Call of Duty people who feel special that they might think this is the worst first-person shooter game of the year. It's not. I played Black Ops 3. That's a 2.8 out of 10, bud. Don't feel special and don't stroke your little tiny cock about it.